I have 4 different balls, and I am measuring the force of mass. I'm going to drop it off the table, so then it's a fair test. So we're going to drop these into there. My prediction is that the biggest will make the biggest splash, which has because it has the most mass, and the littlest will make the smallest mass, smallest splash because has the littlest mass.
Now, what force is happening? What pulls something down?
Gravity.
Gravity. Okay. Are you ready?
So I'll drop the little one first. 2, 1. So that made quite a little splash. It still didn't go over the bowl or anything, but it was quite big. But it still wasn't that big at all. So next I'm going to do this one. The second smallest. Well, that was much bigger than the little one. It definitely went over the edges. Then I'm going to do this one. Oh wait, I'm going to try that one again because it hit the sides. So. Oh, can't get this one in. Whoa, that was much bigger than, well not much, but that was quite a bit bigger than that one. And then we've got the biggest one, which I think will be the biggest splash. Oh, stop. Oh, wow. Whoa, that was much bigger. So,
what did you find out?
I found out that the bigger the mass, the bigger the splash. Test the force of stretch. Elastic band tied to a water ball. I'm going to see how much it stretches before I'm able to lift it up. Oh. So not that much. So now I've put some water in so the mass is greater. I'm going to see how much it will stretch now. Well, that is much more than usual. So I filled it to about halfway. I think the elastic band will stretch a lot more because it's halfway full and last time it was only a quarter. So I'm going to stretch it. Whoa, that's... So I filled it up to the very top, like that. And the mass is the greatest it can be for this water bottle. And I'm going to lift it up and see how much it stretches.
And what do you think?
I think it's going to stretch a lot more because it was only halfway and now you filled it up another half, so I think it'll be a lot more. Stretching it, oh my goodness. Whoa! That's loads! I'm going to push this chair to my mum and I'm going to put these cans on it, and I think the more cans you put on it, the harder it will get. So I'll push it with no cans on it. When I pushed the chair with no cans on it, it was quite hard, but I could still push it really easily. Now I've put 3 more cans on. I'm going to push it to my mum and I'm going to say if it was harder or if it was easier. It's more likely to be harder because I've added more mass onto the chair. Now I've put 6 cans on there, and when I had only 3 cans on there, it was definitely a lot harder than just pushing a single chair. We've got double what we used to have, so it will definitely be a bit heavier than. No, it'll definitely have more mass than the other ones, the other 2 that we tried to. So I'm going to try this first and then we'll put some more. 9 cans on there. And we are going to see if it's heavier than the other one. The other one was hard, but it was definitely harder than the other ones, but it wasn't much harder, so I'm going to try this time now. 12 on there, and I'm going to see if it'll be any harder. With 6 cans on, no 9, it was hard, much harder because it was causing friction on the ground, which was hard. Which caused it for me harder to push. So now I've got 12 and I'm going to push it now. Now there's 15 cans on there and I can tell that it'll be much harder because the other ones have been much harder every time I've added some cans. So it should be a lot harder. And when I had 12 cans, it was a lot stronger. It was a lot harder to pull than push when I had 9 cans on there. So I'm going to push it now. You can see by how I'm pushing it that it was much harder than when I started off.
So what have you found out?
The more cans or the more items you put on something that you have to pull, the heavier push, the heavier it gets.
Which makes it
have more mass.
Which makes it have more
friction on the ground. So we're gonna drop Spider-Man off of our stairway. And we're gonna count how long it takes for him to touch the floor, and then we're gonna add a parachute onto him, and then we'll count how long it takes for him to hit the floor. So we're gonna drop him as high as we can, so his head's touching the ceiling, so then we know next time we'll make his head touch the ceiling. So we'll go 3, 2, 1, go 1. We've made a parachute out of elastic bands and bubble wrap. We're going to drop it off, and I predict that it will maybe take a little bit longer than when we dropped him normally, but I think it still may not because the parachute is heavier and it may make it not go down, it will make it go faster, so it might do, but I don't know. And we'll drop it from the ceiling so then it's a fair test like we did last time, and we'll see how we'll do it. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2. So so last time it was about 1.5, but this time it was about 2 seconds. So I reckon that if you have something that will attach to it that will make it fly, it will make it
why?
Go slower because it's in the air, it's scraping across the air, making it push up.
Do you know what that's called? Air
Air force.
Air resistance.
Yeah,
Yeah, you wrote that in your book, didn't you?
Yeah.